UN Global Compact on Migration. Objective 12. Strengthen certainty and predictability in migration procedures for appropriate screening, assessment and referral. 28. We commit to increase legal certainty and predictability of migration procedures by developing and strengthening effective and human rights-based mechanisms for the adequate and timely screening and individual assessment of all migrants for the purpose of identifying and facilitating access to the appropriate referral procedures in accordance with international law. To realize this commitment, we will draw from the following actions. A. Increase transparency and accessibility of migration procedures by communicating the requirements for entry, admission, stay, work, study, or other activities, and introducing technology to simplify application procedures in order to avoid unnecessary delays and expenses for states and migrants. B. Develop and conduct intra- and cross-regional specialized human rights and trauma-informed trainings for first responders and government officials, including law enforcement authorities, border officials, consular representatives, and judicial bodies, to facilitate and standardize identification and referral of, as well as appropriate assistance and counseling in a culturally sensitive way to victims of trafficking in persons, migrants in situations of vulnerability, including children, in particular those unaccompanied or separated, and persons affected by any form of exploitation and abuse related to smuggling of migrants under aggravating circumstances. C. Establish gender-responsive and child-sensitive referral mechanisms, including improved screening measures and individual assessments at borders and places of first arrival by applying standardized operating procedures developed in coordination with local authorities, national human rights institutions, international organizations, and civil society. D. Ensure that migrant children are promptly identified at places of first arrival in countries of transit and destination, and, if unaccompanied or separated, are swiftly referred to child protection authorities and other relevant services, as well as appointed a competent and impartial legal guardian, that family unity is protected, and that anyone legitimately claiming to be a child is treated as such unless otherwise determined through a multidisciplinary, independent and child-sensitive age assessment. E. Ensure that, in the context of mixed movements, relevant information on rights and obligations under national laws and procedures, including on entry and stay requirements, available forms of protection, as well as options for return and reintegration, is appropriately, timely, and effectively communicated and accessible. This has been the end to the UN Global Compact on Migration. Objective 12. Strengthen certainty and predictability in migration procedures for appropriate screening, assessment, and referral.